The tall, dark-skinned man turns towards you and greets you in a curt military manner. Fasil Rikadi Ab Medina, I think is how they had said it. Af Koronus, governor of the star system. Welcome to my temporary headquarters. The man's gaze falls to Abelard, his eyes slightly narrow. Orsarian. Abelard nods dryly. Governor, greetings. The governor's expression changes drastically when he sees Cassia. Lady Navigator, what an honor! I never thought that House Arcelia would grace our world with a visit. I only wish I could have received you under different circumstances. Cassia purses her lips. An echo of grief knocks the wind out of those present. House Arcelia is grateful for the support that you've provided Yurak 5 these many years. I'm not seeing the convoy I'd sent to meet you. What happened? Did they fail to find an escort you? If so, I promise you their punishment will be swift and severe. It's kind of interesting though, like, there was no introduction of Tess or anything. Like, he introduced himself but nothing else. Like, I knew he knew Tess was coming, but you know what I mean? That it kind of seems interesting. What curious exchange of pleasantries. Is there some kind of discord between you and Abelard? No, of course not. An old misunderstanding, over a century old by now. It isn't worth your time, Lord Captain. We'll be discussing this later, then. The convoy was ambushed and massacred. Only surviving soldier turned out to be a traitor, and I personally executed them. That is an outrage! I'll have my personal vetting procedure changed immediately. The slightest suspicion will be grounds for arrest. Your ladyship, before we proceed with discussing the matters that are of interest to you, there is a question I feel compelled to ask. It was only recently that Lady Theodora was head of the house. I have received no word of her demise. How is it that you are now rogue trader? My esteemed predecessor died at the hands of the cultists. May the Emperor incinerate their souls. I should be the one asking that question. Our ship was attacked. No, I like this one for some reason. I really do. The governor frowns and a deep shadow falls over his face. Rogue trader Von Valencia slain. Unthinkable. Please accept my deepest and most sincere condolences, your ladyship. Do not hesitate to let me know how I might be of help. Okay, so there's that. I realize that you yourselves are in a difficult situation, but my crew has sustained heavy losses. I must replace my missing crew member. My ship's crew has suffered heavy losses. I wish to secure replacement, or I need fresh crew to replace those that were killed in the attack of the ship, and I need material compensation. No, we're going to be understanding here. I can offer you several thousand fine, obedient servants. However, I'm sad to inform you that I won't be able to do it until we've dealt with the insurgency on the planet. I'm sure you won't have to wait long. The rabble will soon be duly punished for their heretical scheming. I wish to command the courage. My kinsman has betrayed our dynasty system. I want him handed over. Have you met an interrogator? I do. Master Van Calix has left us for the hallowed electrodynamic cenobium, an ancient monastery of the Adeptus Mechanicus. I don't know what his objectives are. Needless to say, insurgent activity has been observed in the monastery's vicinity. I suppose that's too petty of a problem for an agent of the Most Holy Inquisition. Besides, I've already sent a small detachment of reinforcements. The weapon the insurgents were using to shoot down shuttles over the city has been destroyed. Now, nothing is preventing you from returning to your ship. If you wish to find Master Van Calix, you should go to the cenobium of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Notes of anxiety creep into the voice that rattles from Pascal's Vox. On behalf of the priesthood of Mars, I am officially initiating my participation in the operation. I must inspect the state of the relic and assure myself that it is under zero risk of falling into heretic hands. According to the Catechism of Maintenance and Operation, my tech comrades were supposed to lock the monastery gates against lay people and activate the traps. I deem it optimal that the ordained Magos should provide his assistance. I categorically object. As much as I respect the sanctity of your monastery, I have on my hands a whole capital that needs to be attended by the Omnissiah's servants. We have lost many eminent tech priests accidentally. One of them perished in that same monastery. Mechanical failures could occur at any moment. Putting it bluntly, you may consider yourself forcibly recruited into the city's defenses. They glare at each other, their unyielding gaze crossing swords. The Magos is part of my retinue. You have no rights to give him orders. You mistake me for a fool. I know that he arrived separately, and I would bet my life that no. The governor's voice dies down in the low growl of a drilling mechadendrite. Its tip is directed straight at the bridge of his nose. Medina clears his throat and grumbles stubbornly. So this is the negotiation technique you have resorted to? Do you think that this is the first time I've been threatened with a weapon? No, but it could be your last. Pascal's voice is akin to the sound produced by his drilling implement, steady and calm, ready to explode at a moment's notice with the crunching of bone and the squelching of tearing flesh. I am heading to the monastery because I must. Is that clear? The governor mutters through gritted teeth. Abundantly so, Magos. It would be my pleasure to assist the Omnissiah's servant in reaching the sanctum. Thank you for your cooperation, your ladyship. The drills stop. As compensation for your consideration of my request, I, Magos Heinemann, officially undertake to accompany you in the Rakad system in the role of bodyguard and to protect you at all costs until your life functions cease, but only within the limits of the Rakad system. You're Heinemann? Glad you're alive. The governor raises his eyebrow and stares at the tech priest in surprise, but refrains from further commentary. Why not no? Pascal, what is so special about the Cenobium? What is in there that would draw the attention of an interrogator of the Inquisition? I've never been there before, but I would presume that the sacred relic of the reactor is capable of great destruction should it end up in heretic hands. The fury of the freed machine spirits, once released from the sacred circuit, will destroy everything around them. The degree of damage inflicted may render the world of Rakad Minors uninhabitable. Heresy must be purged from those blessed halls. I declare any desecrator who defiles the relic's power a Category 3 blasphemer deserving of immediate execution. What's perplexed you about his name? He looks at Pascal with curiosity. According to the reports we received, Logis Abel Heinemann set off for the hallowed electrodynamic Cenobium a short while before it was stormed. I'm glad to find out that you're safe. Perhaps you possess information on Master Van Calix. My name is Pascal, not Abel. I know nothing about such a person. Where can I get more information on this individual? I would have suggested that you inspect the esteemed Logis's sanctum, but it was destroyed by the rebels. We recovered several data crypts and connected them to the cogitators at the command post. They might provide you with some information. It's amazing that a mechanical voice from a Vox can sound so confused. That name might have been used as a signal intelligible only to intended recipient. In that case, its bearer might be Archmagos Emernat, initiating an investigation and data collection procedure. Adira tenses up and listens, then turns around sharply to face Pascal. I can hear my friend's snide whispers through the door. Be careful on your search, Magos. If you stare into the shattered mirror for too long, you might see yourself in it. And every shard at once. Mending it is that much more of a tainted affair than the new reflection is deathlike. It's interesting that Adira advises everybody, and I like that about her. My kinsman betrayed our dynasty. If he is hiding in the system, I want him handed over. Voitvir is a traitor? Why, any family, however noble, has an unworthy scion or two. Naturally will surrender him should we find him within my jurisdiction. Unfortunately, I have no information regarding his location. However, we have a cogitator here at the command center. It's connected to a data crypt from Logis Abel's sanctum. It's aggregated all the Lex Mechanic reports. Unfortunately, the access prayer for it is unknown to me. If you manage to convince the submarine machine, you might learn something about Conrad's movements. At hazard, he fled from your ship, not on a pair of wings. Oh, from you on a ship. I'd like to commend one of your officers. The sergeant who managed to impress a person of such noble standing will be recommended for decoration. So you're so confident that you'll crush this insurrection, because my own impression has literally been the exact opposite. Is that so? I'd like to hear your reasoning. The insurgency is headed by a certain Aurora, a prophet who, according to their followers, possesses mystical powers. The insurgents talk of the final dawn and pending demise of the world. Insurgents managed to steal a Vox caster. They've been listening. Insurgents are using the Arch Enemy's artifacts. Enchanted lenses to perform unholy sorcery. Well, let's start with, they've stolen your Vox cast. No, impending demise of the world. Yet another superstition. Surely don't expect me to believe it. Are you serious? Scores of crazed people with scorched eyes are literally stalking your city. The insurgents are maiming their own? Good. They're not their own, though. The insurgents are not maiming their own. They're maiming everyday citizens. People that don't want to be part of this are being captured and maimed. They stole a Vox caster. They've been listening to you. It's not much, but it's something. I'll order an audit of our equipment and see to it that our communication channels are more closely monitored going forward. However, it was only the accidental success of an otherwise disorganized mob of heretics who have no understanding. You are so overconfident. Yeah, you've heard of the Aurora, right? Their prophet, follower, all that. The rabble's usual superstition. I'm sure this Aurora is a charlatan. Oh my gosh. You are so frustrating. Muttering some doggerel, which their dim followers think to be magic spells. This does, of course, warrant their eventual burning in the furnace of penance, but it does not point to them being anything special about this insurgency. They're using the Archenemy's artifacts, enchanted lenses, to perform unholy sorcery. I've heard about these lenses. What makes you think they're enchanted? Any fool can light a fire with a magnifying glass. You ought to leave your bunker more often, Governor. I've only recently arrived in the system, and I already know much more about the uprising than you. The Governor's eyes darken, but your unwavering gaze makes him give in. All right, all right. Perhaps I've underestimated the mutiny, writing it off as a rabble's usual nonsense. However, if it does not involve corruption, an underground cult, this needs to be investigated. I'll assign additional resources and take the issue seriously. You have my word, your ladyship. That's right. That's right. Governor not listening to me. Okay, this... Can you believe him? I mean, we can believe him, but can you believe him? The cogitator looks a lot older and more worn than the ones next to it. However, it has been evidently well cared for. Numerous parts have been replaced. Not a single key is jammed. Fresh seals with prayers to the Omnissiah adorn its surface. One of the side panels has been removed. Bundles of gold-notched cables run from the inside to a small data crypt that was connected a short while ago. Awaiting access code. You have bypassed security layers. The cogitator is ready to reveal its secrets. Pascal leans forward and runs his fingers over the keys. The cogitator's screen blinks and responds with strings of unknown characters. I appealed to the machine spirit to open Lodge Abel's personal archives as well. It's accepted my request. Alright, let's see the results of his data trance. I cannot see the secret design, but I can sense it shackled in stasis. The minds of the initiated are slumbering in the neural harness of their vows. I'm registering an impulse of change. I surmise a potential influence on the stasis of the secret design. There came a time when the spiral was turned into a circle, but the cycle can be discontinued. The revelation granted by the Omnissiah to Lodge Abel in the course of his data meditation has been recorded verbatim. He's seeking an audience with the Venerable Dar Impulse 6, who may assist in interpreting a revelation. A request has been sent to the Governor's Palace for a shuttle flight to the electrodynamic cenobium. A message has also been sent to the Furibundus system. The cycle can be discontinued. I recognize the words. The voice from the Vox is soft and pensive, barely audible over the static. I believe I know the intended recipient of the message in the Furibundus system. It was me. Omnissiah, grant me the wisdom to fathom this mystery. Sacred Computation 782-5-M. Upon Lodge Abel's orders, the archives of every augur station on Ricad Minoris and the two primary satellites of Ricad stars have been queried. Said satellites are named Magos Meroff and Zephyr the Keen, after two great champions of faith, whose external cogitators were placed inside the satellite's cores after their shells perished. The purpose of the sacred computation requested by the Lodges is to uncover the external influence behind the ongoing insurgency. Computation result, positive. Multiple instances of interference and malfunction detected, suggesting that the ship moving across the system deliberately blinded the sacred augur's eyes. The first of these ships is thought to have arrived 2 Ricad Minor cycles ago, early in the winter. The most recent one arrived a month ago. So the system blinded the sacred augur's eyes. So it's the ship. So the ship that came in had already started this whole blinding of everyone. The insurrection on the planet had been long in the making, with participation of external actors. It is alleged that 2 cycles ago, Aurora arrived in the Ricad system. The rumor of unholy profit of this insurgence. The subsequent ship movements can be attributed to weapon deliveries. But what is the nature of their activities near Ricad Philia? Governor Medina's attention must be drawn to, and it's cut off abruptly. The satellite Magos Meroffs report that the ship's signal has been broadcast through the system, its signature consistent with records of the flagship, a rogue trader dynasty, House von Valencius. The satellite Zephyr the Keen reports that a ship drifting nearby has hurriedly sped away. The ship had sent an encrypted Vox transmission to the insurgent-controlled areas of the surface of Ricad Minoris. Another transmission was directed to the planetoid Ricadi Philia. Both transmissions were signed Brother Twilight. Their content could not be decrypted. The entry contains planet psi coordinates marked as heavy auger station jamming, possibly a hidden insurgent base. Okay, so we got all of that. Is there another... I just want to make sure there's nothing else over here. Used to adjust the height of the command platform. Okay, so I think that was all we had to... okay. So this. What is that? Oh, does that mean that it's new? Interrogator. Okay. We're gonna head there. Amernat currently using this. Okay. Is the Hallowed. Okay, so that's all that. And then rumors. Okay. So now we know. So time to go back to our ship. Heal up these wounds.
A new challenge for me.
Yes, girl. A new challenge. Return to... Oh, I love that we can just return to the void ship. I love that we can just go home. Like that. I love whenever they think like nobody's going to want to walk through all the way back to wherever they came from, kind of thing. So this is the... Okay. What is this? There's this now, too. Oops. Back to bridge. I just want to make sure everybody healed up. Oh! What was that? My ship is haunted. Actually, we all knew the ship was haunted. Like, that is like literally the thing that just will not stop. For the next attack against a target affected by an exploit, the target's cover efficiency will be reduced. This attack... Okay. While in cover, operative gains plus 20 perception and ballistic skill. This effect lasts until the operative moves. It does not stack. I can get pyromancy? Really? I didn't realize Tess could grab that. Prerequisite is divination. Okay, interesting. So pre-science. I kind of want this. Joint analysis. Sorry. Until the operative's next turn, their allies' attacks will also remove exploits and deal plus intelligence bonus more damage. That one's not bad. I think that's better for now. Combat master, no swift movement, no dueling mastery. The character gains plus 5 ballistic skill. The character may improve any trained characteristic even if they're archetype. So, isn't like... Yeah. So we're gonna get more ballistics on this. Like, I'm not upset by that. So let's do that for now. Is she already a rank 12? How did... Time flies when you're attacking heretics, kind of thing. Around 10 self. Okay, operative removes -1 exploit. All allies gain until the end of combat. If 4 or more exploits are removed, the operative gains plus number of removed damage until... That one's not bad. But I'm gonna do this one. Wait. Yeah. And this one... Let's do this, actually. Because he's moving a lot. What you got for me? Air of authority. An officer increases an ally's resolve by 2. Okay. By the until the end of combat. Okay. It's under the effect of voice of command. They'll start their next turn with... Oh. Break their ranks. Can only target allies who have enemies adjacent. Okay. No. I like Air of Authority. Like, that's actually fantastic. What is this? No. Nimble? 10% dodge bonus. Dueling, no. Honestly, I'm gonna give her this because I want to make sure that if she does get hit, she got a little bit of something there. Okay, let's up our dentist's strength. Well, yeah, I'm gonna keep, like, I know a lot of people are gonna probably put, like, flamers and stuff like that on her, but her picture is a bolter. I'm gonna keep her on a bolter and see how it goes. I'm gonna up that. Joint analysis, let's give you that. Wait, actually, though. Pre-science. Let's go with that. Is there a weapon proficiency for... Let's see. No, let's just do... just in case. Like, I just feel like it's a good, safe thing for now. I'm probably gonna... I have a feeling I'm gonna respec everybody at some point, and work on their builds later once I've kind of, like, seen how it all kind of develops over time. But until then... What is that noise? Ship? What are you doing? Until then, though, I like what we got. Oh, Ube. I didn't realize Ube was standing next to her the whole time. Okay. So all the negative effects have been taken away. We're gonna do a save. Okay. I want to go to the other planet. I do, but at the same time, like, I wanna see if we can get the, like, I want Heinrix in my squad. But, like, I gotta know. Like, this is ridiculous. I gotta know, though. This is the rumor. I don't think the other stuff's on a timer, but I could be wrong. Oh, do I just have to go in here? Oh. The augurs notice a large object among the lifeless rocks covering the planet. A void ship whose signature and origin are impossible to identify from orbit. It is resting on the edge of a deep ravine. The hull of the I remember this, is severely damaged, rocks around it shattered by the force of the gigantic machine crash landing. The augurs haven't detected any vital signs aboard or near the vessel. Let's go have somebody investigate. The landing party reports via Vox as soon as they touch down. A colossal void ship before them is covered with spikes. It resembles a morbid beast sculpted from the darkness itself, menacingly hanging over the ravine. An experienced veteran accurately determines the origin of the unholy vessel. It belongs to the Xenos race called the Drakari. Ready to collapse at any moment, the void ship emits a long, woeful creak as if promising to drag along into the abyss below anyone who dares to disturb it from its slumber. Abelard suggests finding out what the Xenos were doing, taking heed of the Seneschal's recommendation to send more people to the planet. Adira tells the captain that the voices in her head are screaming, repeating the words Harbinger, Darkness, and Death. Not wanting to tempt destiny, the rogue trader decides to call her people back. Argenta eagerly says the only good Xeno is the dead one. The rogue trader orders the people to be sent to the void ship to collect any valuables. Being the God Emperor's chosen, the rogue trader won't go digging around Xeno trash. No. Let's take Abelard's suggestion. After 2 watches of hard labor, the workers managed to stabilize the Drakari void ship. Soldiers who entered were met with the lifeless bodies of Xenos who had died when the void ship crashed. The void ship itself, following its abominable nature, came to life immediately, craving to sate its wicked appetite. The vessel systems have reacted to the intruders and senselessly cruel. Deadly traps have been activated. Monstrous contraptions designed to mince, rip apart, and incinerate their victims took the soldiers by surprise, but were neutralized before the squad suffered significant losses. The soldiers found several curious pieces of xenotech in the sinister void ship, but no data could shed some light on why it came to the system. Interesting. Okay. It says it. Okay, so it's gone now. Okay. That was actually really interesting. So I remember doing that, but I remember not necessarily understanding what was going on. I feel like I do now, though. Okay, in we go. So this is... Yes. So that means like you have to, and then these are the extra. Right. So I don't know. We might leave Cassia behind. Or Dira. I don't know. We'll see. Like, I'm finding Cassia to be more useful than I had realized in early access, but we can only take so many people with us. You know what I mean? I'm not leaving Abelard behind, and I hate the idea of leaving Adira behind. And Argenta hits like a truck. Thank you.
None shall stand in my way.
They're gonna hold the area for...
That wasn't so difficult.
Judging by the dead people's equipment, they were the same guards the governor sent to the monastery's aid. I'm good. This looks so menacingly incredible. Look at this. Oh, that looks so cool. That was so well done. Every time I like get to enjoy one of these cutscenes, you just want to do like a little round of applause after, because like there's so much, they're so good. Okay. Open the gate! Benhark him awakens the gate's latching mechanism. Let's go into the Cenobium. Now, I remember the last time we found Heinrix, and it was really weird the way that I went about finding him. So here's hoping I just find him quickly, or it's just a little bit more in your face now comparatively. Because like, I don't know if it was just like early access and like he kind of just shows up now, or what. Heretics were killed swiftly and ruthlessly. They never had time to reach for their weapon. Okay. Good.
It's about time.
You hear that? Over there. Glory be to the current of the motive force. May its dulcet shine, or okay, may its vitality nourish the augments, may its purity. Okay, he's paying homage to them. I think this is where he is. And I think I didn't realize it the last time. Like, I feel like... No, this one was cool. No. We have to come back here. As far as I'm aware, the monastery supplies power to several major hive cities. Hidden somewhere in the depths of the building is a reactor of monstrous, unfathomable power. 100% need to go back in there. That has a really... If that's the room that I'm thinking of, there's this stuff, but I want to wait until we clear more of it out. Let's hope I don't forget. Okay, so these are... This maybe? Yeah, this is what I want.
I'm not satisfied with that answer. I will repeat my question again. The last electrode priest you killed, where did you find? Burn in the fire of dawn, servant of the god! And another one meets the limit of his utility. The last of them.
The tall, dark-haired man sizes you up with a quick glance. A supernatural chill is making the air around him crackle softly. The expensive fabric of his jacket is stitched with gold thread and marked with several reddish-brown stains. A forced sword and a vox hang from his belt, and the emblem of the Holy Inquisition glitters on his chest. You try to focus on the man in front of you, but cannot shake the image of the deadly torture he inflicted on his victim. Your pulse quickens, blood pounding in your ears, and sweat beating on your skin. Seneschal, isn't this the chap we're supposed to find for the Lord Inquisitor?
I dare say it is, Lord Captain. Now, if it were possible for the gentleman to properly introduce himself and dispel our doubts.
Oh my gosh, I love that line! This is the chap we're supposed to find.
Seneschal? Lord Captain?
Yes.
Do I have the pleasure of speaking to a rogue trader?
You do!
Allow me to introduce myself. Interrogator Heinrix van
Oh,
Kalk of the
Heinrix.
Imperial Inquisition's esteemed Ordo Xenos. I must confess, I'm perplexed to meet someone of your standing in a place like this.
I'm here to collect you. I'm under orders from the... So what did you do to him?
I convinced him to cooperate. I can influence living bodies. And I find that the interrogated are much more eager to share information once the blood starts to boil in their veins.
He's gonna be a lot of fun. He's a romance option, and I'm like 90% sure that Tessa's gonna romance him. I'm here to collect you. I'm under orders from the Lord Inquisitor to offer any assistance you may require, after which I am to provide you with safe passage to footfall aboard my ship.
Then the timing of our meeting is fortuitous.
Oh?
I am requisitioning you and your retinue for my task.
You can't requisition me. I'm a rogue trader. I know he can. I still hate it, though.
Requisitioning? Young man, your choice of words is unseemly to the point of insult. You're addressing a rogue trader.
What Abelard said.
I don't imagine you'll be any happier if I say taking into inquisitorial custody.
Oh, now he's threatening us. Now he's just trying to have a good time.